My name is Tiago Andrade and I'm here to talk about optimization of cultural and heritage tourism in coastal areas. To talk about this issue, we have to understand two concepts. First of all, the cultural and heritage tourism refers to travel with the aim of exploring and understanding and appreciating the cultural heritage of places. At the same time, coastal destinations are often associated with their natural beauty and leisure activities. These kind of destinations normally bring dangers with them. Last week in the Spanish islands, we have a lot of riots and a lot of problems between people that are inhabitants of these islands and the tourists. The way that tourists today see and use the ecosystem and the cities are creating issues and creating problems with people from these places that normally don't quite understand why this is happening like this and are struggling with problems, economical mainly, but also with social problems. The dangers of this kind of tourism are also in cities like Venice, where people are now paying fees to be allowed to enter in the city center. These destinations have a lot of current challenges. The most important is overcrowding. Popular coastal destinations often face problems of this kind of overcrowding, especially in the peak season. This leads us to environmental degradation. This environmental degradation is mainly about the pressure and the natural resources, including pollution and damage most of the time is in the ecosystem. The loss of cultural identity that mainly happens because of globalization and commercialization can lead to the loss of some of this identity and mainly creates problems with cultural expression. These infrastructures and accessibility are also challenges that cities have to think and have to find solutions. This all has to be with ineffective management and planning. We have a lack of management, we have a lack of planning that lead us to this current situation. So, the challenges that we are nowadays facing are mainly promote and preserve this cultural identity. We have to identify opportunities and we have to optimize and supply its sustainability. We should present strategies. We should optimize cultural and heritage tourism, aiming the benefit of the communities itself, but as well as the visitors. To optimize these strategies, we should do a sustainable development. We should promote these sustainable tourism practices, respecting environment. We should preserve cultural heritage, and we should ensure economic benefits for the locals. We should also have the community participation, involve them, ask them for what they need, understand what are their thoughts, help them to include and support local businesses, not only in handicrafts, but gastronomy and other forms of cultural expression. We should also promote with marketing and using digital marketing all the strategies of the unique cultural and heritage tourism experience you have on those sites. You should develop campaigns that highlight the authenticity and also the exclusivity of these kind of destinations. We should also evaluate, we should interpret, we should understand what are the needs and what are our strategies, and combine themselves. At the same time, the infrastructure that I told before, it's really a must. You should understand and improve the tourism. You should understand and improve the accessibility, but also understand that sometimes too much accessibility can create also a problem for the community. You should create a visitors management. You should implement some ways, strategies to control the flow of tourists. You should reduce the overcrowding. You should reduce the negative impacts. As a good example, we have in Portugal Sintra, which is a cultural heritage site and natural as well, which has not only the coastal part but the patrimony part as well. In this sense, they had a huge problem with overcrowding management. And so what they thought was to prevent not only the overcrowding management, but also to create an heritage preservation through the overcrowding management. How did they do it? They just create and implement a ticketing system that schedule all the visits for tourists. And at the same time, they try to promote other places, other local interest places that were not so known. At the same time, they could develop sustainable transport, and this sustainable transport could create a sense of preservation of the place. What did we find after some years of implementation? That improved really the visitors management. It helped to better the visitors' experience. At the same time, this diversification created a new order, a new way of knowing this city. Most important, and probably our main aim today when we are talking about destinations is the awareness about the sustainability. They could create and increase this kind of awareness, and people today, when go to Sintra, understand that they are doing something for the local economy. It boosted the local economy, as I told before, in terms of mediation with the local community. These kind of strategies should be implemented in all coastal areas. This is a good way of doing things. Thank you.